Hello everybody, welcome to John Miller Garden Machinery, bringing you videos every Wednesday on garden machinery, funny enough. Right, so today we're going to look at some of the Honda tiller range. So Honda, there's different ranges, there's like mini, there's midi, and then we're looking at the sort of the slightly bigger range today. In this range there's three. There's the FF300, the FF500 and the FR750. Two of them are sort of shaped like this. The 750 is a rear box tiller. So we're going to concentrate on the FF300. The principle is very similar to three machines. So what do you use a tiller for? Turn the ground over, basically. It's getting a nice tilth for either planting or prepping for turf. Some people like to use it just to clear an area, make it look, you want to re-rake it or something like that, but effectively it's breaking the ground. So different ways of doing it. You get the little hand walk behind tillers, which can be quite bouncy, and then you jump into this sort of tiller. They've got wheels on that are driven. Makes the job a lot easier. So the nice thing about these Honda tillers compared to a lot of manufacturers, the first thing I'll point out is they run a counter rotating tine system on their blades. So most tillers or rotavators are sort of slightly different, but tillers sort of spin the same direction. These, they have two tines going forward and two going backwards, and it kind of pulls itself in the ground. So one provides a very good finish, but also means you don't get bounced about and like your eyeballs are bouncing around your head. It holds itself in the ground, and literally you can hold the machine and walk like this and it'll just grab itself in. So we demo them, they come back and go, wow, it's really easy to use. It's because of that counter rotating system. All right, so what you get on the 300 and the 500, you get front counter rotating tines, you get two thin chunky wheels. You ever look at farmers and stuff when they're out in the fields, like spreading crops, they always have thin wheels, disturbs the ground, that doesn't disturb the ground as much. So they've gone with a similar principle. You get, and we'll do some close-ups in a minute so you can see it. You get a gearbox, and you get transport mode, 3 gears so you can drive it, and you get 2 gears for using the machine, 2 different speeds. You then come up, you can get a diff lock. So as you've got a bit of chunky ground and the machine's starting to move, you can engage the diff lock and it just drives both wheels at the same time in the same direction. All right, a bit like on cars, 4-wheel drives, just makes everything work in the same way. And you come up to Honda kind of class it as a safety handle. It's nice and easy to use. Basically, you pull the switch, pull the lever, and that engage. That's all you've got to do. There's no faffing around with levers and pulleys and all that sort of thing like the older tillers used to be. It's very simple. Push the button in, off you go. Does the job. So that's how to engage the blades. Nice and easy, like so. On and off switch, nice and easy. That's your diff lock. Keep it nice and straight. If you pop around this side, and so that's your gearbox. Crunch gearbox, you've got reverse, 1, 2, 3, and then the yellow ones, that's for working. So when you're going through new ground, number 1 for starting off, because it's heavy ground, you need the machine to go slow. And then once you've broken through that ground, you want to get through, or a final finish, then put it on 2, and whiz through and just do that final tilth on top. All right. So this will break through new ground to a point. So you've got turf. It's always easier if you remove turf from if you're rotavating or tilling, but this will break. It will take you longer to do because you're going to have to go over in different passes. Start high and you just work your way down. And this has got a nice system. Hopefully, if I bend through here, see this wheel on the front, that determines what height you're going to use the tiller blades at. You're spring loaded, different heights all the way through, like so. So the deeper you want to go, the more you pull that wheel round to the front. All spring loaded, nice and easy. Maintenance wise, guys, if you're going to buy one, just keep the spring and everything greased up, so it makes it easier for you to use. So it's got the Honda engine, as it's Honda, so robust quality engine. We demo the 500 normally. This is in the shop at the moment. The 500 is probably more popular for us just because the way where we are, I think, you know, with open ground. So it's a bit bigger machine. And the nice thing is, because it doesn't rattle you about, you can use it for longer and it's more comfortable. One of the things we find with tillers is you don't, unless you're a contractor who's prepping turf all the time, a domestic person, realistically, he's only going to use one of these 2 or 3 times a year. When you buy one, don't forget to run decent fuel on it. There's E10, there's E5 from the petrol station. I would always recommend running this, or whichever one you've got, on the Aspen or equivalent long life fuel. Okay, guys, just because you're only going to get it out of the shed or the garage probably every 2 or 3 months, maybe even longer. So that gives you a fighting chance of not having the fuel go off, which then causes issues with carburetor and starting. This one's got an auto choke on it. I think the new one, the 500 has now got an auto choke. They used to be choked. So why make it difficult on yourself? Buy the Aspen 4, it's 4-stroke engine, all Honda stuff is. Just makes it easier starting and looking after it. So that's it. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe as normal. And we're bringing you videos now every Wednesday. See you again soon.